Black women over 40, I am tired. I am tired of the rat race. Lately, I have been realizing how much working in these environments is pushing me to take early retirement very seriously. I am so burnt out of the workforce. I am. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I am to the point where I don't know if I'm coming or going. I'm just tired of the culture. It's not even the work. And I think I mentioned this. It's not even the work. It's the culture. And I really feel like it's beyond like the organization culture. It's us as people. We don't even realize, I had to step back for a minute. We don't even realize how much of our unhappiness, however that might look, in our lives is projected in our work and in our life. But I'm speaking about the workplace. We don't realize how when people come to work, they bring their pain. They have to find an outlet. And that's where the culture comes into play. It's not about, oh, work-life balance. We understand maternity leave. We figure out if you need time off for, mental health, and we want to have yoga outside. No. That's the cover up because what they know what's going on. That's my opinion. My opinion. But nevertheless, I'm just tired of it. And I've also come to see where you feel like you're a kid. And I'm not saying kids have to deal with this, but you know how when your parent scold you for something you did wrong, you may have, when you were young, you came home late or you didn't take the garbage out, something like that. It's that same kid mentality working at the workplace. It's like managers higher up, they want to punish you. I can't deal with it. And I know every workplace is not like that. But this is my experiences for the workplaces that I have been in. I've only been in 2 positions where it was peaches and cream. I'll say 3. I had 3 positions and it was peaches and cream. And you may say, "Good, why did you leave?" You go for advancement. You sometimes you at positions where there's no growth for you. There's no growth and you just have to move on. Another thing that really grinds my gears is managers who don't respect work-life balance. That grinds my gears. But yet for them, it's always some type of perk and there's always some type of something allocated to the side for them. But for a person underneath them, however that might look, it could be a regular contributor or it can be a manager underneath them. There's no work-life balance because they have none. They have none. That tears me to pieces. Generational freaking mindset. I get along with everybody. But what does grind my gears is the fact that we have moved up in time. I understand, you have to worry about the greater good of the department, the area, and so forth and so on. And you have to make grand decisions and things like that. But when it starts becoming your personal projection, that's different. That word discretion tears me to pieces. You know why it tears me to pieces? Because it becomes personal at that point. You're making a personal judgment on something, and you don't even care. And I understand sometimes you have to use discretion, but when it's used as a weapon to like put you in place like you a soldier, and some people can overuse that, abuse it, if you will. So generational differences, I feel like the work, we all have to work. And I'm not saying just because you get a certain age, you're supposed to like leave out. No, look at the government. Them people been there forever. They need to go. They need to go. But that same concept is in the workplace. And however they were treated during their time of work, they want you to feel that pain. I've come to realize that. I've come to realize that, oh, we didn't have this work from home thing. We had to come in no matter what. I'm from New York. When it snowed, we had to put our boots on. They put chains on the buses, on the wheels, and life just went on. We had to walk and truck through the snow. Teachers and all. But guess what? We don't do that no more. If it snows, schools is closed. Especially here in North Carolina. It's closed. Because we're not doing that anymore. They're not doing that anymore. We don't have rotary phones anymore. We barely have house phones. I still have a house phone. But we have cell phones now. Time has changed. I feel like we move with some things and we don't move with others. And I'm giving you just like minute examples. But you got a cell phone. If you don't want to move with the times, keep doing snail mail, stop sending emails. If you want to move with the times, pull your typewriter out or your word processor and get off the freaking computer. If you want to move with the times, take your cell phone back and get on a regular landline. It's okay for you to adjust with certain things, but don't want to adjust with everything. And you want to bring 1950, 1980 over here in 2026. You can't do it. You cannot do it. And they wonder why, like millennials, younger millennials, and even older millennials, and even Gen Z, they ain't having it. They not having it. And I'm happy my mindset is progressive. I have a very progressive mindset, especially in the workplace. And I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and she was saying how she respects a lot of the younger generation that is coming behind us, but yet, you know, she would never teach or mentor anyone to have that work mentality, but that's how she was mentored. Like, you gotta work hard as a black woman, you gotta do extra, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But and that whole concept of you have to suffer. I'm not suffering through nothing. I'm not suffering. And I've come to realize, especially us black women in the workplace, we want to make each other suffer. It's bananas. It's like sometimes we could be a little round with each other, even though we try to help each other out. But sometimes in the workplace, we can be a little bit much. And next thing you know, before you know it, and I'm not down at anybody, because, you know, I'm a black woman myself. I'm not down. I'm just putting the real, us black women, you know what I'm talking about. We will be so hard on another black woman, and we'll be like, you don't know nothing until you suffer a little bit. You don't know nothing until you work hard and then you work this and you work that. Then you know. Once you get grit and you got bruises on your knees, then you know. Why? Just because you got bruises on yours, why would you want me to have bruises on mine? That's not what the ancestors did. They paved the way so we can have better. Why do we have to be harsh? I don't get it. I don't get it. And also, me just realizing that I don't want this long term. I look at individuals who are at these jobs past the retirement age. And I did speak with one woman recently, you know, in the restroom. And we passed, you know, and she just was like, I'm scared to start working. I'm scared. She said, I hear so many stories about people that just start working, the next day they're gone. I said, but you're coming in here and you're hurting every day. You're hurting. So what's more important? You may be going to get physical therapy. You know, maybe you're walking somewhere. Maybe you're going to the gym. Maybe you're getting some aerobics, water aerobics. Maybe you can do something. Get on somebody's board. You know? Start something that you may like. Become a consultant. It's so many things you can do besides being at the rat race. Now, if you just need the money, I get it. I ain't never gonna tell nobody what they can do. They need the money. They, you know, sometimes, like, again, life events happen, things like that. But it's just like, I am tired. I am tired and I don't want to do this long term. I even know somebody, I know a lot of women who are in their like 63 to like 68 range, right? That work at my job. And it's just like, they're just staying there because they're waiting for that high enough. Why not? I feel good. I feel good. You know, I could just keep on working until something. And then once you stop, things happen and you can't even use that money that you were so-called getting for. While you feeling good, this is the time for you to go out and have a good time. Do things that you really, really want to do. And that's where I am. And just overall, just thinking about these different things is fueling me and fueling my desire to want to retire early because I do not want to have those same conversations. I look at people aching, holding on to their arms, holding on to their shoulders, holding on, and still coming in. Still like just, it's just like, I don't want that for myself. I don't. Do my knees hurt every now and then? Yeah. I'm not gonna sit and say they don't. Do things be like, I mean, you're getting older. You're getting older. But I feel like your aches now are far few between than your aches as you get older. And it's like, I just don't want to pass myself up. Like I was talking to my cousin and he was saying, you know, he's retired at 55 and he's like, you know, I can't sit still. I'm getting kind of bored of sitting still. He said, but I'm enjoying the fact that I'm able to do things with, you know, my kids. I'm able to, you know, just be here and be there. And now I'm able to do things that I genuinely want to do and to fuel me. Doing things meaningful, not doing it because I have to do it. That hit different. That hit different. And it's like, yeah, you know, you can go volunteer, do different things, but yet you can still do things that you can get money for your time if you want to. But, you know, it's like, do things that you want to do. Skydive, do this, live life, have a good time, visit, travel. I know you can travel, but so much, but just, I don't know. I just feel like I just don't want, I'm tired of the rat race. I'm tired of the golden handcuffs. I'm tired of it. I know people. Some people love their jobs. I have a friend who genuinely loves her job, and she has a business on the side. And she's like, I can't pick the two. I cannot pick the two. And I said, you know that I'm happy for you because there's a lot of people out here who can't, you know, say that they can't. You know. Now me, do I like what I do for a living? Yeah. Can I do what I do for a living elsewhere? Yeah. Can I do what I do for a living for myself? Yeah, absolutely. But the politics behind it is too much. It's just too much. And I feel like it's becoming to be more personal than it being for the greater good. Yeah. So, in saying all of that, as I am in my retirement bag, I just want to share my thought process on this, on everything. So you're going to get some of these rants. Just listen and share your point of view and all the things. And if you enjoyed this, you know, hype the video up, like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and share with other Black women over 40 because we are building a community over here to help each other and to assure that we are all on the right path for retirement and things of that nature. I'll catch you in the next one.